What it dooski? I'm here. Just trying to talk to y'all, man. Just give y'all a little feel, man, where I'm at with all this stuff, man. So the biggest thing that I wanted to express today was about the Isaiah Simmons talk. It's been Isaiah Simmons is overrated. It's been Isaiah Simmons, we need to get a tackle. I'm talking about for the Browns exclusively. Isaiah Simmons overrated. We need to get a tackle. We need to, definitely focus on tackle. Get your next Joe Thomas. It's a lot of stuff, man. A lot of stuff to be said that's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's tunnel vision. Maybe it's a plan. Maybe it's a strategic thing. Maybe it's like somewhere it's like, all right, we gonna say one thing and hope they do the next. But for national media, I mean, I don't know if you would consider me the media yet. I'm not there yet. But for national or local media, not national, but national sometimes too, but local media. I mean, some of the local media is cool. I like that more sports and less Levine. Like, I watch it, you know what I'm saying, more. So I definitely, in the beginning, I couldn't watch it because they was going for what's his name, Sam Darnold, so much. Like, they actually was the reason. They one of the people that made me want to start the channel. Like, the people that was trying to get Sam Darnold. I always say this story. I always repeat this story. Everybody that's seen this channel, they know I wanted Baker first. Like, that, and it still never changed. But anyway, getting back to what we were saying about Isaiah Simmons, man. Like, how could you not get him? You know what I mean? Like, even if, like, the need is that left tackle, per se or whatever, like, yes, that's definitely a valuable position. You definitely want to keep Baker comfortable. That's my quarterback that I want to have for the next, decade or whatever. You know what I mean? 10 years, whatever, however long, he wants to play. So it would be nice, you know what I'm saying, to keep him protected. Absolutely. I definitely agree with you there. However, my whole issue with this is that when they say that, there's always like a ... We got to get the next Joe Thomas. And then that's where you fucking up all right there, man, to be honest. When you fucked up when you saying that we got to get an heir to Joe Thomas. Like, there's not just fucking walking first round ballot Hall of Famer just out of this draft, you know what I'm saying? Just because we have a strong tackle class doesn't mean that the one that you pick in your top 15 is a first round Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? First ballot Hall of Famer, whatever they call it. First ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know where I get round from. But you know what I'm saying? Like, why I keep saying, why put, that's immense pressure on a tackle if you select them in the top 10. Because knowing fucking Cleveland media, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing is when he get drafted is, how does it feel to be the next person to replace Joe Thomas? That's where it's going to get, like, you know what I'm saying, between black or white, like, read between the lines, that's what the question going to be, is you're looked at to replace Joe Thomas, how do you feel about that? Do you think you could do it? Type thing. And if you fucking up in the beginning, it's going to be like, well, what are you going to do to get better and look like Joe Thomas? Have you talked to Joe Thomas? You don't want to put nobody under that pressure. I mean, some people can handle it, like, yeah, whatever. But you don't want to put nobody under that pressure. Like, fuck the media, man, for real. Like, seriously. Like, get what our team need. Our team can use Isaiah Simmons. Can I say our team needs Isaiah Simmons? Yes. And why would I say that? Well, for one, look at us. We haven't won shit in a long time. But Isaiah Simmons, Won a national championship. Oh, wait. He won two. Two national championships. The last one last year, they shouldn't have beat Ohio State. Like, that game was fucking nuts. I don't even, like, I stepped outside, like, damn, thinking we was winning. The next thing I come back, we were losing. Like, I don't know how that shit happened. I can't even tell you, but nonetheless, despite that, I mean, it's almost kind of like some, like, Tom Brady shit I'm saying, but he has two championships. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude been back, they won it again. You know what I'm saying? So, and even if you only want to say you got two, the one was a stole, but he has at least one of them. You want winners on your team. You want somebody that made it to the final end, beat the game. You don't want nobody, like, that's just taking more of mediocreness. No offense. I'm not saying that, like, because I don't know how many of our players right now currently won a national championship, but all I'm saying is it can't hurt. It can't hurt that you know that this dude done it at the highest level in his, you know what I'm saying, at his time or whatever. And then he gonna try to carry the same thing. And you can use a safety. You can use a linebacker. He can do it all. But I would really prefer him at safety. Like, I want to see if he can do, I vision him as like an Ed Reed type. And then, like, he a sure tackler. Like, he makes every tackle. Like, so you know you ain't giving up big shit if he back there. That's it. That's all we need. And we struggled at tackling last season. We struggled to tackle for the past 3 seasons, I think. To have a sure tackler like that, that's a no-brainer. And, like, for people to say what they say about him, like, I don't really know the negatives. I can only see the highlight tapes. I can't see, like, the real tapes. But from what I've seen and from what I know, it's a sure thing. It's a fucking sure thing. Like, you know for sure this dude, when he get into the league, if everything check out well, this dude is going to the Pro Bowl. He could play for you right now. It ain't no, well, let's see, well, we got to coach him. Yeah, you're going to get some coaching, but, like, plug in and play, I definitely think he it. These linemen, on the other hand, now that we shared up the right tackle spot, Tristan Wirfs is out of the book for me. I like him a lot. Like I said, I trust Iowa linemen, but I don't see him swinging to the left side. I really don't enjoy doing that at all, any tackles. So then it leaves you with Mekhi Becton or whatever, and then it leaves you with Andrew Thomas. So it's like, I'm not comfortable with Becton. I'm just not. Like, I feel like it could be another Greg Robinson. No offense. I could be fucking wrong. I could be wrong. And I would be happy. I would be happy to do it because I would hate for, you know what I'm saying, you to live your dream, make it to the NFL, you trash. Like I would never I wouldn't want that for anybody. But Andrew Thomas, that leaves you left with that. And then it's like, okay, you got Andrew Thomas. I like him. I do. If we don't get Simmons, I would, if we have to pick in the first round and he was available, like, I wouldn't be too upset at that pick at all, really. I think he's pretty solid. However, I will say this. The Baltimore Ravens just signed Calais Campbell. That motherfucker is Goliath out there. Like, that is a big-ass man. And we have to play them twice this year. I mean, every year. Fuck, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you got to think also. I mean, obviously, you got to play other teams throughout the season, blah, blah, but you got to win your division for one. If we can at least beat everybody in our division twice, even though it's unlikely, but if that's what we got to do to catch up the record, goddammit. Because I know it's fucking lopsided where we ain't caught up, but we need to catch up. Like, for the next 10 years, we need to start whooping their ass. We don't need to lose to them ever again. But, you got to beat them. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare for that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, Andrew Thomas might be a dog. Don't get me wrong. He went to Bulldog. He was the Bulldogs and blah, blah, and then fit. You know what I'm saying? Bulldogs to Nick Chubb, all that. That stuff fit. You know, him making that translation from Georgia to the Browns. However, I will say this. I don't know if he can take that work with a Calais Campbell, man. That dude is too fucking long and big. Like, that dude is big as fuck, bro. Like, when I seen that the Ravens signed him, I was like, they trying to, what? Why they try to do this? They trying to be like us. They trying to get like Myles Garrett or something. But, so I mean, yeah, you could settle on Thomas, but like, we gotta get Isaiah Simmons, man. That's just the best choice for us right now. You know, it's not, you get Andrew Thomas, and then, like I said, you get these unreal expectations that this dude gotta, you know what I'm saying, be the predecessor to fucking Joe Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That's not about to happen. You cannot put that pressure. Like, Joe Thomas, there's not fucking Joe Thomas is just coming off the trees and shit. It's not, they don't come around often, dude. That's why I call him Joe Thomas. God damn it. Like, you know what I mean? That's fucking Joe Thomas, bro. You cannot do that. You cannot just sit up here and say we need to get a left tackle because we haven't had it right since Joe Thomas. Like, because that's what the fuck they gonna do to that person. So you might as well get some dude. Really, you might as well get Trent Williams, because at least at that point, maybe like it'll kill it a little bit more. Like, we don't want no Joe Thomas. We just want somebody better than Greg Robinson. We need somebody better than Trent Williams, who we thought was gonna be real nice. And I mean, whether Trent Williams will be a Hall of Famer or not, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's still playing, so that is to be seen. But I would be comfortable with getting to Trent Williams if you could get him on what you get. But then that's the thing, though, because you playing a dangerous game, because we gotta sign our guys. We gotta sign, you know, Myles Garrett if he wants to stay. You know what I'm saying? We gotta sign. I'm over here talking like it's the NBA, but you know, we gotta sign Myles Garrett. I mean, still leave. Fuck, I think. Baker when they get here. You know what I'm saying? We gotta sign. You know, Denzel. Hopefully, have a bounce back season, because I thought, you know what I'm saying, that was a sure thing. Then, you know, our rookie contracts is coming up. We gonna have to keep these core guys. You know, like the core to me, my core. Not, I get like I might be messing up. My core guys is on the defense, Miles, Larry, Taki, Mac, Greedy, Denzel, and Money Mitch. Those is my core. If we still got Money Mitch, I ain't heard from him in a minute. But those is my core. Sheldon could be in there, but he aging, and that's the reason why I mean, depending on how much he got in the gas, but he could be in there for sure. But those is my core. Those are my young core, and like the dudes, like I feel like that could be here for another like 7 years plus. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to sign those guys. And then on offense, you know, we already got JC, and then I think we got Joel locked up, but those are the cores. You know, then you got Baker. He got to bounce back. He can't come back like he did last season. That shit was bogus. Chubb, I know everybody talking about like the running back market is this and that, blah, 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 but you got to give it to Chubb. This motherfucker running 5 yards per carry. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, and just GP, because the dude is fucking solid. Like, everybody talk about how good of a work ethic he got and shit like that. Like, he's a model citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as on camera. You feel me? So, you need people like that. You need people that's going to be, you know, that's like a blue-collar type dude. You know what I mean? You just give it to him for GP. You want to have him come back, be able to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like a Jim Brown type. This motherfucker doing Jim Brown shit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, hell yeah, you better pay him. And then you got Jarvis and Odell. They a core, but like they getting like they in the upper part. So it's like one of them gonna leave once the contract go. Both of them might leave. I don't really, cause I think they professionals. They definitely gonna be here to try to win a ring. But I wouldn't consider those receivers our core, just because like. Just for the fact that I just don't see them here after 7, you know what I'm saying? Like, after their contracts up, I don't know how long their contracts up. I feel like within the next 4 years or something, they would be gone. You get what I'm saying? Like, not that like they not a leader or anything on the team, because I fucking think Jarvis is a dog, man. Like, he a dog. But you know, him and Odell is like tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, and but I can just see that like if one leave, they both leave in tight. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them retiring as a Brown. That's what I say. I don't see them wanting to stay here long term, retiring as a Brown. Blah blah. However, they are producers. If you can let them retire as a Brown, that'd be fucking dope. But I don't consider them my core. So really, we don't have a core in regards to the receiver terms, and we don't have like a tight end where it's like they gonna be in that ring. You feel me? I'm talking about people that could be in that ring, and those is the core. We don't got a real strong core yet. We got, like I said, a couple linemen, but homebred though. Like Joel Bitonio's homebred. Shout outs to J.C. Treader from being the president too. That shit dope. That's real awesome. And Kareem, fuck, like if Kareem could get his shit together, man, like fucking sky's the limit for that kid, man. Like for real. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the wrong place, wrong time. You need a fucking scheduler. You need somebody to keep your ass together. If you can also be one of the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Where we have to keep both of them. Those could be our core for real. Baker, Chubb, Kareem. As far as specialty. Until we find that receiver for Baker and shit like that. But Baker, I want Baker to go back to being that distributor. Where it's like, it's not about like that one receiver. It's just like, he get it to everybody. You open, he getting it to you. But you'd also want some great receivers that's going to make your job easier. So I understand that. And that's why I feel like Odell and Jarvis come in. Like, we can run a ring with these group of guys. We can definitely get there. We can win it. Fuck it. We can win it all. But it's like, you want to say the left tackle thing? Look, Isaiah Simmons won 2 national championships. You can get a left tackle, whatever like that with Trent Williams. But the whole issue is that you got to build that defense. Look what the Jaguars did that one year when they had Blake Bortles as their quarterback, and they was killing shit on offense with Leonard, what's his name, Leonard Fournette, whatever his name is. They was killing shit. So, you know that shit is possible because we got Nick Chubb, and Kareem on top of that. Like, so it's no lack. If we have a solid foundation of very physical defense, like I said, Isaiah Simmons remind me of like a Jalen Ramsey, like that physical, as far as a coverage, even on coverage, man, like that's crazy. And he could get in the backfield, like you could do so many things with him, like you could fuck a plan up with him. Hey, get that man, get that kid. You feel me? Man, he a man, kid, whatever, fuck it. He graduating college, so he a grown man. But yeah, man, that's my thing, man. You know, is he overrated, Isaiah Simmons? No. Anybody keep fucking saying that they nuts, man. Anybody that is representing or responding for the behalf of the Cleveland Browns, like if you saying that you cover this team all the time, like, no, man. You get him, man. You just, why not? Why not get him? What would you do? We got to move up? Maybe we have to move up, man. It's kind of scary. You would like to hope not, because like I said, we got to sign our guys. But in a perfect world, yeah, if you got to give up, you know what I'm saying? But I would say this. Fucking don't give up our 10. Get another first-round pick in the top 6. Shit, let's try to win right now. Why not? Let's try to win right now. Get 2 picks in the top 10. Get like a number 4 or something like that. Offer a first round for next year. Offer a second round for this year or next year, and a fourth rounder for either this year or next year. Shit, maybe throw in Olivier Vernon or something like that. That's fucked up, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I know you keep him because he an X factor, but something. Give him something else to sweeten the deal. Not Kareem. And then boom, you good. Not Kareem though. All right, real and Sister Brown saying peace.